I'm looking at using a hub motor like this that's used for a skateboard and seeing if it would work as a generator. It's got a hole for an 8mm shaft, and there's this kind of 12mm square feature that locks in to keep it from rotating. I found that this thing has some cogging and my wind turbine couldn't get it to start, so I printed up a pulley, and this pulley is 160mm in diameter, and the round belt would ride in this groove. So that pulley just slides over the urethane here. Okay, so there's that. Then I've got a base. It's got a hole for an 8mm shaft, and then this square feature, I put a little bit of tape because I needed a little more engagement on that. But anyhow, so this 100mm long shaft inserts there. This goes in. There's a groove here, or a slot for the cable. So that goes in like so. And then I just have a shaft collar that goes on top. And just snug the shaft collar up. Like that. And there's the generator. But like I said, there's some significant cogging. And I played with this diameter a little bit. I tried a smaller one, and it didn't quite start at the wind speed that I was hoping for, so I made it a little bit larger. And another issue I'm running into is that the voltage output on this is fairly low, and I'm not sure what to do about that. I've even thought about going in here and looking at the windings, maybe rewinding it, or maybe it's in a delta configuration and turning it into a Y. I don't know, but I'm still mulling that over. But the thing I'm looking at right now is just to get this thing spinning and characterize the output. The pulley that's on the bottom of this wind turbine is 8 inches in diameter. It's a V-belt pulley. The actual inside diameter is a little bit less. I think I measured the depth of the groove to be 11.1mm. You can noodle that out. I think it ended up being like 180mm in diameter, and this is 160. So that's the kind of gear ratio we're looking at. So I'm going to put the belt on, and we've got a little bit of breeze today, so hopefully we'll get it started and we can see what sort of voltages we're getting off from this thing. Alright, so this is AC volts, and we're getting 3.8, 3.9, almost 4 with that little puff of wind. Not sure exactly what wind speed that is, but that's the kind of voltage we're getting off from it. It's not a whole lot, and I'm hoping to remedy that, but at least we know that that it's able to start up. So we've got a 160mm pulley here, and it's able to turn that. Let's see if this thing will put on the brakes. See if I connect these phases together. Yeah, it puts enough torque on there to stop it, so it's putting some brakes on. Of course, the wind died too. So we'll have to see what we can do to remedy the voltage issue. But at least now we've overcome the cogging, and the thing will turn.